don't know what it was. It was just, I had a really good coach up in Kirkland, Washington, Matt Hume, who's, a
Oh,
legend.
I've heard of that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was the coach of Josh Barnett. He
Hmm.
coached a lot of good guys. And I remember when I went to Abu Dhabi, the ADCC, the first time in '99,
Yeah.
I'd never competed in a world tournament. I'd never been out of the country. I'd never been I think I've
Oh,
been to Canada,
wow.
but I'd never been out of the country besides Canada before. And, I'd go into the world. These guys are like, 5, 6 time world
Right.
champion jiu-jitsu guys. And I didn't know who anybody was. And he's like, you got to take the guys down. Yeah, I'm going to show you how not to get subbed. I'm going to show you how to pass the guard, and
Hmm.
you're going to win the tournament. And so when I went there, I was pretty convinced I was going to win the tournament. And he had a
Wow.
highlight tape of '98, and I started watching. We went to his house. We started watching it. It was just showing, it's highlights. It's showing all the subs and all
Right.
the, and he saw me go, oh, and he turned it off. He goes, oh, don't worry about this. So he knew it was going to mess my head up. So he didn't let me watch it. And I went there. I didn't even know these guys, Higa Machado, like Salo Rivera. I'm like, I don't know who these guys are, but they're like legends. And I'm like,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was able to win the win the world championship, like out of nowhere. But he convinced me, he showed me how I was going to win.
Hmm.
But kind of an interesting story. The next day, the sheikh who put on the tournament, he's one of the princes of Dubai. He put on he's the guy who founds the tournament
Sure.
and pays money for it. So we went on his boat, big nice boat, like had this meal, like all these like millions of dollars of everything. Went to his big mansion where his workout
Hmm.
room is. I mean, no kidding, the like gold plate, not gold plated, like gold, like sinks, gold, like toilet
Crazy.
toilet covers. So like I'm like, wow, I'm afraid to touch anything. Like
Yeah.
crystal chandeliers, and it's like, but it's a workout place. So we're all working out, and I'm
Yeah.
working out. I just won the tournament, just won the world championship out of nowhere. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I win the world championship, and I'm training with like light guys. Everybody, we're just training, having fun. I'm just getting my butt kicked by everybody. I'm just like getting rolled over. And like, I remember going like after a while, and one of the guys goes, Jeff, how, like, you won the world. You're the best in the world. Like, how are these guys? These guys didn't even place the tournament. They're beating you. How? And I go, because I had a game plan. I just did that game plan. If I want to win, I'm going to win. But if it's rolling, I mean, these guys have been doing this for 20 years, 25
Yeah.
years. I've been doing it for a year, like maybe six
Yeah.
months.
It was
I don't know what I'm doing.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just know I can do this, and that's it. And like, if I want to roll and have fun, they're going to kill
Yeah.
me. So it's kind of funny.
You were so successful, and you weren't just successful like once, like we're saying. It was for years. You continued to have success in big and
Yeah,
small tournaments. It was like, oh, Jeff's at a grapple games when that was the biggest thing, then the Arnold
yeah,
Classic, and then back to Abu Dhabi. And like, but I mean,
yeah,
for years you remained dominant in grappling. And for someone that had like a wrestling background as me, that was really encouraging, because
yeah,
there weren't a lot of people that kind of bridged that gap. Back then it was still
yeah,
like a Mark Coleman wrestler or a
yeah,
BJJ guy. Like, there weren't a
yeah.
lot of hybrids.
I just found like my best success was going to come from like mixing the two of it. I had to do jujitsu, and like, and like, totally honest, when I won in '99, I didn't know a lot of jujitsu. I knew how not to get triangled, how not to get
Mm-hmm.
armbarred, how to do some simple passes really well, and how to break the guard and some. But that's not so much. I knew how to
Yeah.
take people down. But later on, when I won again, or I had some, success with the other thing, I had to know jujitsu. I had to learn jujitsu. So, and like I said, but the example after the tournament, I was kind of getting my butt kicked. Like that was as an American top team, that was the course. I had to. It's an ego. It's an ego trip, because you have to lose and
Yeah.
practice and get beaten and stuff. You have to. It's one of those things where you're uncomfortable. Like, I'm comfortable. We're standing up wrestling, but I can't win. I lost some fights because I couldn't. If I couldn't take the guy down, or we're on the ground, or he pulled guard, what was I going to do? And I couldn't pass his guard, or
Yeah.
something like that. I had trouble. Like, what was I going to do if I couldn't work bottom, if I couldn't like nearly a new pass or something like that. Like I was going to be stagnant. So I had to be uncomfortable, and being uncomfortable meant like going to practice, knowing I was going to be in bad positions and I was going to get armbarred and choked and beaten and go home, cry and have to really get
demoralized.
It's demoralizing. And it's when you're, it's just one part of the game. If you wanna be better, you have to lose at some point. You know, practice.